This is the Education Business Podcast for consultants and business owners providing services in schools. I'm Claire Riley, and I'll be sharing how to start, grow and scale your education business. So lately, Ed and I have been mentoring a number of clients, and I wanted to share today with you one of the themes that I've noticed cropping up. So perhaps this is a thing for you as well. It was certainly a thing for me, which is why I want to talk about it. And that is the magic formulas of education business. So I'm talking about the magic formula of selling to schools, the magic formula of running an online business, the magic formula of growing an education business when school budgets are relatively small right now, the magic formula of marketing and getting your message out there to schools and teachers. And back in 2013, when we founded Classroom Secrets, magic formulas were very much part of my belief system. I believed that there were magic formulas that other entrepreneurs had figured out, and because I was in education, anyone who taught a magic formula, as it was irrelevant to me. I needed somebody who knew the magic formula of education business and could teach that to me. Although at the time, I didn't perceive that there was anyone out there who could help me with that either. And quite a few years after that, I began listening to other people talking business, so not in education. And I realised that I'd actually learned a lot of what they were saying just on my own, in my own little world, making it really hard for myself. But some of the advice that they gave at that time, I could apply. And then other elements, I just had to leave out because it wasn't the right fit. And so in my search of the magic formula or the magic formulas, and perhaps that's the reason why you're listening to me on this podcast, waiting for the magic formula, that I've discovered that there are no magic formulas. And obviously that was a really disappointing realization because we want to find a magic formula. You probably don't want to believe it. It's easier for us to think that there's some blueprint out there, and if we can just get the right person to teach it to us so that we can drop it into our business, then we'll be successful really quickly because that's what we all want. But that's never been my reality. I might have wanted it to be, and you might want that to be it, but it's never been my reality. I might have wished that someone could come along and easily fix all my problems in my business, but the truth is, I wouldn't have had the same kind of satisfaction from building my business if someone technically came along and did it for me, and while I was the puppet. And that's the same for you. You wouldn't become skilled at identifying what the issues really are, because sometimes we think we know what the issue is, and then we peel back a layer. And then we think something else, and then we peel back a layer, and eventually we get to the real issue. And that's when we know the real learning, so we can make sure it doesn't happen again. But you wouldn't know how to make adjustments to turn an okay funnel into an amazing funnel, for example. You wouldn't be knowledgeable to be able to move things forward if you just work from a blueprint, if you just work from a magic formula. So I know that there are people out there who will sell you a magic formula. And I'm not against signing up to learn a magic formula, but I do know that there are issues with that. So it's how you approach it, I guess, such as the formula might not work in your industry, or it might not be a good fit for your business or the way that you want to work. And it's also not setting you up necessarily to be able to make your own decisions and changes to your business in the future because you were too spoon-fed. Ed and I have seen this. We've seen this kind of thing where you could have a system built for you really early on in your business, but then you've got no knowledge at all on how to make that work for you, how to tweak it, how to rebuild it, how to replicate it, because it was sold to you as a magic formula, like this thing will work. And obviously that can be quite damaging. So it's really hard to grow your business seriously without the level of control that you need as well. So it's kind of a fine line. So if there are no magic formulas, which I know is disappointing, what do you need to do to help you grow your business then? What's the point in listening to other people for their advice from those further ahead of you, or attending business courses or listening to books? Well, when we believe there is a magic formula, we think of success of our business as a destination, like a destination that we are not yet there at, but someday we'll reach. And once we're there, we're there. But it doesn't work like that. I can tell you that Classroom Secrets has reached a destination that many of you, my listeners and my clients, believe that they're aiming for. But for me, Classroom Secrets has bypassed that station and it's on its way to another one. And if I think of it as a destination, what I realise is I'm never going to get there, I'll never be satisfied, and it will never be enough. So instead, we need to think of it as a journey. So I'm on a train right now, by the way. Not physically. I'm going on a train tomorrow. I'm in my lounge. But I'm on a train, as you imagine me. And I'm on my journey. And I'm the train driver at Classroom Secrets, just as you are in your business. And what's helpful along a difficult journey is to pick up more experienced train drivers along the way who can discuss with you the difficult parts of the track as they arise. You see, over time, the track changes, doesn't it? You know, a track map from 3 years ago might not serve you as a train driver fully in the moment because there are going to be some changes. So maybe some cliffs have eroded in places. Maybe there's been a bit of an upgrade. The ground might be shifting in other places. So in those moments, you want to know that you can share that experience with an experienced train driver rather than what your dad thinks based on his self-proclaimed knowledge gained from his addiction to the news. Do you see what I'm saying? It's who you're surrounding yourself with, who you're talking to. So my point is that you need to be, rather than thinking, oh, I can drop this blueprint on my business or I can use this map that's been built for somebody else's business, you need to just take the bits that work for you and your business and test them out. And that way you're building your own unique company that you understand, that you can be active in, that you can solve problems in, that you can grow sensibly. Let's circle back to the magic formulas I mentioned at the beginning of this episode. So there was the magic formula of selling to schools, the magic formula of running an online business, the magic formula of growing an education business when school budgets are small, and the magic formula of marketing and getting your message out there to schools and teachers. So you can cold call schools if you really want to. You can cold email schools. You can appeal to teachers to get them to sell for you. There is no magic formula. You have to try what works for you. Try everything and stick with what works. Running an online business is the same as running an online business in other industries, but it's also different. The subscription models are different. The website sizes are different. You have to try what works for you. Growing a business in education is hard, whether the budgets are big or small. Business is hard, and that's why only a few of us do it and take it somewhere. If we're waiting for a magic formula, it's likely that we'll miss creative opportunities that are just under our noses, waiting just to try out that next big idea. We'll just miss it. Marketing and getting your message out there is both changing yet staying the same all at the same time. So the messaging might be the same, but the platforms might be different. So you're looking for small successes to build on as you learn what your audience wants and needs. So I'm really sorry to be the bearer of bad news here, but there's no magic formula. What you need instead is to listen to and learn from entrepreneurs who have been there and done it before so that you can move forward with confidence and knowledge when you try out new things in your own business. And if that sounds like, oh my word, who am I going to talk to about this? Then Ed and I are actually taking new voice mentoring clients at the moment. So you can always reach out to us if you would like us to be the experienced train drivers. I can't promise that I will actually help you to drive a train though, just so you know. But helping you with insights as you travel on your journey in business, then just follow the link in the show notes. It's educationbusinessclub.co.uk/mentoring. But we would love to support you in that journey. You can't just take somebody else's blueprint, drop it into your business, and then be successful really, really quickly. we can learn from those things and we can use them as building blocks, but we do have to learn from different people and bring things into our companies that are right for us. Thank you for listening to the Education Business Podcast. To get more information to grow your business, sign up at educationbusinessclub.co.uk.